Hey everybody, welcome back. This is the Crush It Trading Recap Show. Small Account Challenge. We are back. Up $27 today. We're going to get into this trade here in just a second. I got a lot to go over. Small Account Trade Management. How to grow this small account. You know, I've been kind of absent for the last couple of months building the room, so I apologize. But I'll tell you what, we closed the big account and we are here now full time. So I am going to be trading the small account every day now. I have a big account. I got over $1 million in there, like $1,200,000, I think it is. And we're not going to focus in on that anymore. So the main focus is going to be the small account challenge. We're up $27 today. I'm going to explain to you how this is going to work. And hey, I hope you tune in, and we're going to show you how the Crush It trading strategy works with the small account. And I'm going to build this account up. I've done it before. I'm going to do it again. I've taken $300 and built it into $10,000 in about 45 days. So let's get into the trade today with Tesla here. I ended up getting 430 calls for this Friday, December 13th. They costed me $235. I ended up selling out at $262 for a $27 gain. Now, I know you're probably looking at that going, what the heck was that? $27? Yeah, $27. If you're going to grow a small account, it's going to take a little bit of time, right? We're going to go over that right now. But first, let's go over the trade. Because here in the 5-minute, we had a nice big candle at the open here. And I have this Fibonacci level from the daily that I have marked out here. And I also have the zero line on the daily intraday Fibonacci level here. And I got some nice retesting here at about 939. And this is where I got into the trade to the upside. And my first scale was right here at the 0.618. So I'm about to show you how to manage these trades to grow the account. And you're going to wonder, if we had a bigger move, why did I scale right here at the 0.618, not just hold all the way up into the zone right here, the Crush It zone? And there's a reason. It's because I only had one contract. I'm starting with $300. I think I had $360 or something like that. The cost of $235 per contract, so I could only buy one, right? So I have to scale at the first level I see, which is the 0.618, which is right here. So let's get into first how you scale these out, right? You scale out at the 0.618, the near side of the Crush It zone and the far side, right? So I'm going to identify these with you here real quick. So if you look right here, this is a 0.618 on the Fibonacci sequence. And then this right here, this dark orange line, this is the near side of the Crush It zone. I don't know if you can see there or not, but I got my crosshairs on here. And that's the near side, and this is the far side. Let me draw a box here. So basically what we have is, right here, is what we call the Crush It zone. That's the money zone, okay? That's where the money's made right there. But we got to get there, okay? So I first wanted to identify the fact that you have the top line here, which you can see on the 5 is light orange, the bottom, dark orange, and the 0.618. Those are our scaling levels, okay? So keep that in your mind. Take note of that, okay? So now let me go to my PowerPoint here. All right, there it is, a small account management, Crush It Trading. Let's get into it. So first of all, we have $300 to work within our account. Options cost $235. We can buy one contract. Our gain was $27. Our first and only scale was at the 0.618. We're going to go over this again at the end of the video. So we made $27. In order to get to 2 contracts, right, we need to get 7 trades under our belt for $189. And that's going to give us $489. So now we can start to buy 2 contracts if they were $235. Now, this is an example, you guys. So I know someone's going to send me a message and they're going to say, hey, you know, that doesn't always work out that way. You're going to get stopped out once in a while, and, you're not going to always make the same percentage. I get it. I understand it. So what we're trying to teach here is proper management of a trade to grow a small account. So these are the basics, right? We are going to have some more stuff to talk about, but this one video right here is just focusing in on trade management. How do you grow a small account? Where do you scale? Where do you enter? And how do you grow that small account? So focus in on that. We have other things we're going to talk about. We have a strategy that is a 90% strategy that wins 90% of the time. We'll talk about edge. What does edge mean? Edge isn't, just having an edge as a strategy. It means it's an actual calculation. It's a mathematical calculation. So if they say, what's your edge? My edge is 85 on my strategy that I teach, okay? So I'm just saying that now so that you understand that there's a lot that goes into this. So bear with me. This is just video one of a whole slew of videos that are coming your way that's going to teach you how to trade the Crush It trading strategy and build a small account. Not to mention, I also am doing this right now. I'm not even working my $1 million account right now. I'm 100% focused in on the small account every single day, trading the Crush It trading strategy. All right, let's move on. So this is it. So you got 7 trades right here. You're going to get about $189, and you'll have $489 to get 2 contracts, okay? So let's jump ahead here real quick and see what we got if we had $2,500, okay? And options cost of $235, right? You can get 10 contracts, and you're going to scale. Your first scale is always going to be at the 0.618, and we're going to scale 5 contracts. You're going to scale half of them, okay? And you're going to make $135 on this particular trade today that I took on Tesla. Okay, this is all based on today's trade. If you had taken 10 contracts. Now, your second scale is going to be at that near side of the Crush It zone we talked about, and you're going to scale another 3 contracts, and you're going to get $210 for that win. I think the contracts at this point here were $70 a piece, if I'm not mistaken. And then we get to the far side of the Crush It zone. We're going to scale 1 more contract. We have 1 contract left now, and we made $143 on that. Okay, you see where we're going here? So these are your scales. And then you take and you stop yourself out at the other side of the Crush It zone because price doesn't go any further, but it comes back down. So we take that 1 contract and we sell it at $70 gain. We're not going to hang on to it and lose the money, okay? We're building a small account. This is the whole idea of building a small account. Now, once again, I know somebody's going to say, well, why did you sell 5 in the beginning? Why don't you sell 2 or 3? I'm going to get into that, and I'm going to show you here in a few minutes. But let's stick to the game plan right now, okay? So you're going to have $558 is what you would have made off of 10 contracts today on this Tesla, okay? That's about 22%, I believe. And then let's just say we jump up to $5,000, right? We have $235 is what it costs per contract. And we get 20 contracts now for that money, right? Our first scale is at the 0.618. We're going to scale 10 contracts. We're going to scale half of the 20 at our first level, 0.618. And we're going to make $270 on that one, okay? Our second scale right here at the near side of the Crush It zone, we're going to scale half of the half, 5 contracts, and we're going to make $350. So now I have 5 contracts left. Now I'm going to get to the top side of the Crush It zone, or the far side. I'm going to scale another 3 contracts, and I'm going to get $429 for those 3 contracts. Now price doesn't go any further. It comes back to the second scale area, the near side of the Crush It zone, right? And so we sell those last 2 contracts at $140, okay? And that gives us $1,189, which is about 24%, I believe. So that's how you scale out, right? So here's Tesla again. This gives you a better idea. You got the 0.618. You got the bottom of the Crush It zone or the near side, and you got the far side. So our strategy has about a 90% win rate of making it to the Crush It zone. So that's why we scale out at each one of these levels right here. And then also we have what we call a Crush It zone play, where we have the reversal or a pullback or a bounce, depending on which direction you're going, where we get from the Crush It zone down to the 0.618, right? So right here, that's the top side, the far side of the Crush It zone. This is the near side. This is where we scaled out because we had to, right? On the 0.618. And then if we're taking this Crush It zone trade where it comes down and it also retests, so you really have 2 trades right here, right? This is a $5 move on Tesla down to the 0.618. The probability of this moving down to the 0.618 is a little over 70% of the time it's going to do that. So think about that. As far as risk reward goes, you're going to win 70% of the time if you take these trades. You have to know where to get the Fibonacci levels, which we're going to talk about in future videos. And right now we're trading absolutely free on YouTube, okay? from 9:30 to 11 every single morning, Monday through Friday, trading the Crush It trading strategy so you can learn how this works. You guys, if you've been red for 3, 5, 6, 7 months, a year, 2 years, and you're still trying to get this day trading thing, I think I have the strategy for you, and I want to show it to you. So the reason why it's free is I want to prove to you how this works, and we're doing a small account challenge. So if you're watching, you'll see how well we work the small account challenge and how much we're going to make here in the next 30 days on that small account. It's going to be exciting, so I hope that you join us. All right. And then if you want to be a part of the room right now to the end of December, it's $79 per month for life. Okay. And in January, it goes to $229 per month. Now, my main goal is to help people that haven't been making money in trading to finally make money. That is my goal 100%. All right, guys, I promise you that. Let's go on to the watch list real quick here, and let's see what you got on the watch list. And I'll show you right here why we scale. So these are Crush It Zone trades. You can see we have the continuation and the Crush It Zone. These are highly predictable trades, very highly predictable trades. And we have one here on AMD. We have another one on Amazon. And we have another one on Meta. Okay, we don't have anything on Apple. And we have one on Tesla. And we have another one on NVIDIA. Okay, so here it is. You're going to scale like we said. You're scaling at the 0.618 at the Crush It Zone. Okay, we get back to the zero line. You get stopped out. So this trade's over. Okay, you have one from the zero line down here all the way back down to the Crush It Zone again. But once you've hit that Crush It Zone, the play's over. You're not going to hit it 2 or 3 more times throughout the day. It can work, and we'll teach you how to do that. But we're talking about growing a small account right now, so you're not going to have the ability to trade some of this other stuff here during the daytime. But as you grow and you learn, you'll learn the price action that we teach you, and you'll be able to make more trades throughout the day also. Okay, here's Amazon, same thing. You get to the Crush It Zone, right? But now we go in the opposite direction. We start scaling from the Crush It Zone down to the 0.618, down to the zero line, okay? So this is a nice winning trade here on Amazon. The same thing on Meta right here. Crush It Zone all the way down to the zero line plus some, so a nice bonus round on here. These are all good winning trades today, you guys. And I'm going to get into the big one here at the end. Now, I want to talk about Apple for just a second here because we talked about this. Why did we scale at the 0.618? Look at this down here in Apple at the bottom. I don't know how well you can see this or not. But look at price stopped at the 0.618 and it reversed and went into the other direction, which if you were in a small account and you had one contract and you were going to be the big guy that stood up and was going to hang on to it to the Crush It Zone, you'd have lost a lot of money right here. So that's why we scale, okay? Because if you scale one contract here, you got 2 contracts, you're going to scale one contract here. The second contract, you can scale out at break even and still make your $27 for the day, okay? We'll talk about this every morning too. We're doing a live recap show on setups and strategies every single morning at 8:30 in the morning. So you can come in and check us out live on YouTube and you can see all these strategies, how they set up and what you could have done to enter and where your exits were going to be. Here on Tesla, same thing at the Crush It Zone, right? We're scaling down here at the near side and the 0.618 and the zero line. These are really big wing, guys. I don't know if you understand how big this really is. This is really big. Since March, I'm over $1,200,000 trading just this strategy alone. Now, I'm not saying just because I made that much money that you're going to do the same thing. Trading is risky. Not everyone's going to make the same amount of money. There's different learning curves for different people, right? Everyone learns a little bit different, but we're going to work with you. And I want you to become a green trader. I'll do everything in my power to help you be a green, consistent trader. All right. This here on NVIDIA was a really big trade for me. A couple things going on. Okay. We have price moving up out of the open, right? We're outside the Bollinger Bands here. We're at the Crush It Zone. We just talked about this Crush It Zone. This is a very important key level. And anytime, so there's a couple of things going on here. Anytime a candle is fully outside the Bollinger Bands, it's got to work its way back in. So we know it's going to come back in, right? So I didn't get in on this. I didn't see it quick enough, but I did get in right here on this retest of the Crush It Zone for the move to the downside. And I had my biggest trade of the year in my big account. Yeah, I'm not going to boast any more than that, other than the fact that this was one of my best trades of the year, $110,000. So that was NVIDIA today. And you can see firsthand here, you guys, look at how many setups took place. You had 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, at least 10 setups that took place today that you could have gotten in. And now, remember too, if you're getting in for the first time and you're learning the strategy, you're going to trade in a simulator We're going to talk you through that too. So you know what? I'm trying to put out a lot of information in a little video here. Just check us out Monday through Friday, absolutely free on YouTube from 9:30 to 11. Let me know what you think, all right? Take care. We'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning.